At Santa Paula High School, we are passionate about finding new, fun, and interesting ways to learn. Recently, we held a health fair which demonstrated a hands-on and immersive way to find out about the harmful effects of smoking and vaping. During the health fair, we experienced a tobacco bus of horrors, a simulation of lung damage activity, a demonstration about the number of tobacco-related deaths, and a discussion-based presentation about vaping. The Tobacco Bus of Horrors is a one-of-a-kind, eye-catching, and interactive mobile exhibit used to teach students about dangers of tobacco use and secondhand smoke. Made possible by Ventura County Public Health, this exhibit allows students to walk through the bus and learn from my peers, as well as the artwork about the consequences of tobacco use. One exhibit in the bus called Inside Out drew attention to the damaging and deadly effects tobacco has on the inside of the human body. Here we learned about smoking making your blood thicker, which increases chances of clot formation. Another section of the bus called I'm Your Puppet focuses on nicotine, the addictive chemical in cigarettes and vape products. This exhibit taught us that the nicotine is a toxin, and just a drop of it in its pure form can kill you. When nicotine enters the lungs, it is rapidly absorbed into the blood and delivered quickly to the brain. So basically, nicotine levels peak within 10 seconds of inhalation, and then it leaves the body just as quickly. So what does this mean? It means that there is a rapid cycle that a user must maintain to keep from being withdrawal symptoms, addiction. The Sales to Minors exhibit highlighted the consequences of selling tobacco and nicotine products to a minor. Secondhand smoke. According to the American Lung Association, secondhand smoke causes 33,950 deaths from heart disease each year, and an additional 7,333 deaths from lung cancer. Remember, that's secondhand smoke. Stuff you're just breathing in from smokers around you without even smoking a cigarette yourself. All in all, the Tobacco Bus of Horrors is an impactful and memorable way to learn the facts we need to know to make good decisions about smoking and vaping.
The effects of tobacco smoke on the respiratory system can include irritation in both the trachea or windpipe and the larynx or voice box. Smoking also causes reduced lung function and breathlessness due to the swelling and narrowing of the lung airways and excess mucus in the lung passages. Smoking causes permanent damage to the air sacs of the lungs. The average human inhales about 338 cubic feet of air a day. That's enough to fill a total volume of about 3 mid-sized sedans. About 19 cubic feet of that is oxygen. That's about enough to fill one sedan's truck. Smokers' lungs have reduced capacity to absorb oxygen, so a person who smokes may not get the oxygen that they need when breathing. It's one thing to hear the facts, but it's another thing to experience what someone with these problems caused by smoking experiences every day. This was demonstrated at the Tobacco Bus Health Fair at Santa Paula High School through an activity using plastic straws. In this activity, each student had to run around like normal to get their heart rate up and to increase their breathing. Then they had to run around again, but this time breathing only through a tiny straw. We students were able to experience the true discomfort of what it would be like to have a smoker's lungs. And then at the end of the activity, we were able to put the straws down and use our healthy lungs to breathe. It really opened our eyes to severity and the challenges of having damaged lungs. It was scary to feel like we couldn't breathe. Another memorable portion of the health fair was the popcorn kernel activity. During this activity, students delivered facts about the number of people who die every day due to different circumstances.
36 people is the number of people who die of HIV or AIDS. So there are 129 people who die every day from heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, and prescription drugs.
There are 241 people who die of alcohol every day.
And there is 1,200 people who die from tobacco use every day.
It was impactful to see and hear the statistics in this creative way. We often see the numbers, but to see how much more deadly smoking and vaping is compared to other drugs was a compelling lesson that we won't quickly forget.
To fully understand anything, it's often important to start at the beginning with factual information. We wanted the students of Santa Paula High School to make their own decisions on tobacco and vaping based on current information. I was very cognizant not to interject my opinion. These are young adults who are smart and can make their own decisions. By giving them the power to make, hopefully, the right decisions, it will last throughout their lifetime. Our health fair was sure to include a presentation taking a look at the components of an e-cigarette and what is included. We also learned about the chemicals that are in the aerosol that e-cigarette users inhale, and that information was not only eye-opening to the students, but at the same time well received. It was shocking to find out that e-cigarette juice contains the same chemicals that are found in pesticides, antifreeze, and nail polish remover. Needless to say, these are some very harmful chemicals to be introduced to your body. We concluded by discussing the concept of secondhand smoke, which most students have heard of, but we also discussed the concept of third-hand smoke, which brings to light the fact that most of the chemicals that are exhaled settle on the environment around us. At the end of the day, your choices are your own. We're grateful for the opportunity to present the harmful effects of tobacco and vaping and to share this information with you today.